Wow, the emotional roller coaster that has been part of the Stadia community and the news the past 3 weeks does not come to an end as we get explosive news, 3 different areas, all different spectrums of the emotion cycle. What am I blabbering about? Well, let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What is up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another episode of the Stadia Dosage. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when your boy's dropping these doses. I appreciate all y'all straight up. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and y'all know the slogan. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. All right. So, as I say in the bumper, the past several weeks, Stadia has been on this roller coaster of great news, shocking news, gossipy news, disappointing news, then hype news again, and now today is just all over the place. Okay, we have 3 major announcements. We finally know the fate, to a good extent, of Uplay Plus on Stadia. We also got a glimpse at what's coming in a day or so in October 2020, and a glimpse at the November Pro games. And lastly, we got a mind-blowing update on Cyberpunk 2077. Not the old one, not the one that said it was coming day and date to Stadia, but an even more explosive one. Let's get into all of it. Let's start with Ubisoft's Uplay Plus, which has now been rebranded as Ubisoft Plus. All right, so let me do this. Let me show you something. This is Uplay Plus. This is Ubisoft's own announcement. Let me see if I can increase this for those that are viewing this. It says Uplay Plus becomes Ubisoft Plus, introduces beta with Stadia and Amazon Luna. And this is following the announcement of the Ubisoft Connect, and that is the rebranding of the Ubisoft Store, or the Ubisoft Experience, or the Uplay Experience, I think it was called, where you tally points, and you know what I'm saying, and sign up for betas and all that stuff. They rebranded it Ubisoft Connect, and what it's also going to allow you to do is have cross save, cross progression and cross play around all platforms that Ubisoft is on, which is fantastic. Now, it's going to first start with consoles and PCs, and then later in the year, that is going to go to the cloud services, Amazon and Luna, and I think GFN as well, right? With that being said, this is even bigger in my mind than that in a lot of ways, because this is specific about cloud gaming. And what happens is, what it's saying is, or what's going to happen rather, is Ubisoft subscription service Uplay Plus has officially become Ubisoft Plus. Starting on November 10th, the service will launch a multi-platform subscription model, beginning with a beta of Amazon Luna and later on Stadia. Subscribers on PC will get unlimited access to a growing library of more than 100 games for $14.99 per month, including premium editions and upcoming releases like Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Immortals Fenyx Rising. Now, here's the thing that really sets this into a whole new stratosphere. We got to pay close attention to what's being said here, and to be honest, a lot of doublespeak. Once Ubisoft Plus subscribers had requested receive an invitation to Amazon Luna service and link their accounts, excuse me, they will have access to the Ubisoft games on Luna at no additional fee beyond their original $14.99 subscription during the beta. By end of the year, Subscribers will also be able to access Ubisoft games on Stadia with the same subscription. Stadia Pro will not be required, so subscribers can sign up with the free version of Stadia. So, let's just get one thing out of the way with this announcement. It will launch in beta. It's launching in beta. It launches on Luna first. So let's be very clear. This is launching on Luna November 10th from all intents and purposes. Stadia didn't use this infamous the same year. It says late by the end of the year. Now, one can surmise that by the end of the year could be the same as launching day and date. For some reason, Stadia does not like to commit to dates. But Amazon is willing to do it. So that says a lot, y'all. That says a lot. Amazon is willing to commit to dates. Stadia is not. Now, some people don't believe that Stadia is in a early access or a beta. I still consider it early access because I think the words of Stadia themselves says early access. When Jack Buser said, hey, the first few years, we're working on some kinks and it's really, not the experience that, we had all hoped and spoke to you about. But in a few years, it will be. Sounds like a beta or at least an early access to me, right? Which is okay, which is fine. It makes perfect sense why all these cloud services are in an early rollout phase. With that being said, if Amazon can commit to dates, why can't Stadia? It's a reasonable question, and I'm not just throwing it out there to be smart or anything. I think that's a question on perception that people, Stadia has to answer. They've committed to a date. Stadia keeps saying the same year or by the end of the year. Could be the same date, but Stadia wants to stealth drop everything on you. Why? Everybody's dealing with COVID, the likes. So what is it? Anywho, let's continue on. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. So let's continue on. Now, what this also means is that it's only in the US for beta, okay? This beta, so you play Ubisoft Plus is only going to be in the United States. It's not going anywhere else. Okay. Also, it looks to require this base model at $14.99. So everybody that wants to be part of this, you gotta pay $14.99 at least for the beta. Now here's where it gets real mucky. The cloud access. The access to Luna or Stadia is an addition to this $14.99, it appears. It doesn't seem like there's going to be a separate model once we get out of this beta to say, hey, look, there's only well, let me back up a little bit. Per The Verge has confirmed that Ubisoft Plus on Stadia and Luna is going to have less games than on PC. And I think that's all right. A lot of most of those Uplay Plus currently has a lot of older games. Games that I like though, like Brother in Arms, I hope those still get ported. I love the Brother in Arms games, but there's a lot of old, I don't want to say Prince of Persia games that, are likely not going to be appealing even to the Stadia or Luna audience, right? That's not the problem. The thing is that I'm getting less access on Luna and I'm getting less access on Stadia, whether I want all 100 games or not, but I still gotta pay the $14.99 base model. So the question looms, after the beta, is there going to be a lesser tier model? Is there going to be an $8.99 model? And on top of that, will I have to pay for Stadia Pro or pay the Amazon Luna $5.99 to, the introductory fee or whatever the Luna Plus price is in order to continue my subscription on Luna or Stadia after the beta? Because here's what we tried to dig up. We dug up the Q&A on the Ubisoft channel or the Ubisoft website, and it says here, Once Cloud Access is released in Ubisoft Plus, you will be able to add it to your subscription, or you can keep your current subscription. Meaning that at the introductory level, you have to sign up. By the way this reads to me, you have to sign up for Ubisoft Plus, the one that grants you access to the PC version. Everybody's gonna be paying $14.99 for this up front. That's what it sounds like. But then what you do is you go into your subscription and you say, okay, I want cloud access to, and you link whatever cloud platforms you're gonna use this on. So then the question beckons, is this cloud access gonna include an additional fee? The Stadia Pro fee, the Amazon Luna Plus fee? We don't know. Also, your boy tried to reach out and get some answers on this, right? So this is me being slick. I said, so I was pressing them for information. I said, so no more info on whether separate models are available, or if any, or if I need to keep the one I have. Hate to be a pain, but I'm asking because I don't game on PC anymore. As you may be able to see, I haven't logged in for a while, which is true. I solely cloud game. Would love to know if I could get a sole cloud version on Ubisoft Plus, or cloud access is stacked onto the version I already had. These mugs answered, as far as we know, there is only one tier. And if they add another tier, customer support does not receive information regarding the future game releases or patches. When details become available, they will be posted in the game's official forums and our support website. I just had to say, okay, got it, thanks. So with that said, people, look, this is, hey, the biggest takeaways from this news is, wow, Ubisoft introduced their whole stint on cloud with Stadia. They've been some of the biggest supporters of Stadia. My thing is that it kind of doesn't help in mind share. And again, I get it. Stadia is not looking to get 50 million people on by the end of the year. Their infrastructure isn't even ready for that. Hence why they did the demos the way that they did. I get it. But they do want to continue on an upward trend for mindshare. I will say this, because I warn people that's talking in absolutes. I won't talk in absolutes either. I got to follow my own rules. It doesn't help. It doesn't help in mindshare, in my opinion, if you were talking this up, but then your competition gets it first. So I'm hoping that this launches simultaneously on Stadia. I'm also hoping that if it doesn't launch simultaneously on Stadia, we get close to the same amount of games. Very close. That all the big ticket games are there, and that we get close to more games. I think if we're like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 games off at the most, we can explain that away and just simply I don't want to say take the L, but just deal with the fact that, hey, because of the Windows x86 architecture that Luna is built off of, it's easier to whip up games there. Those 4 or 5 games that ain't on Stadia, who cares, right? We got the big ticket ones. And then I'm hoping at the very least that once this comes out of beta, if you do need your Stadia Pro subscription and your Amazon subscription, that, oh man, I don't know, that again, I beckon back that if you're paying $9.99 and you're getting access to less games, if you're paying more on Stadia and you're getting access to less games than what's on Amazon, I really hope that Stadia is ready to press forward with the notion that we are the performance kings. I know we told them to stay away from the P's and the Q's about Teraflow. I'm not talking about that. But then you gotta sell yourself higher on you having the best cloud performance, at least. In some way that isn't too technically bibble babble or sets the bar too high. But, words like reliability You know, you gotta hammer home words like that. All right. So that was just the Ubisoft news. Now on to more stuff. Oh, that's Bill and Lloyd. Why? Oh, you know what? The video that I was gonna show got messed up. Okay, here we go. Because there was a video from the Stadia team that was up there, and then it switched to Bill and Lloyd. But shout out to them. No, there is a new announcement, a big announcement with not only the remaining October games, but the pro games coming in November. All right. And this is a snippet showing it to you. So just so you guys are aware, let's just deal with October alone. October, Sekiro is coming to the platform for $38.99. Okay. And I thought this was important to bring up because you know how people say that games, even the ports, are more expensive on Stadia than they are on everywhere else. You pay more on Stadia. Now, again, you don't need Stadia Pro to play Sekiro. Yes, I got bars. You don't need it. But just to compare to its competitors, its console competitors, take a look at something. Here goes Sekiro on Xbox. Now, right now, Xbox must have caught wind or someone at Amazon dropped a dime. Therefore, all of a sudden, their price is reduced too to $38.99 for the next 6 days. That might be the entire duration that is reduced on Stadia. We don't know as of yet. Still too early to tell. We'll find out, I guess, tomorrow or something like that. But here it is on PlayStation. On PlayStation, they said, we don't need that. You ain't got to give me that. Keep it at $59.99. It's still $60 on PlayStation. So that whole notion of if you're playing it on Stadia, it's way more. They're all more expensive. Clip this video and show people otherwise. Start at this video around 16 minutes and 40 something seconds or something like that and show them otherwise. Okay? Now, with that being said, we got Sekiro coming the 28th. The 29th, the following day, Watch Dogs Legions is coming to Stadia. So those are two big games back to back. Now let's look at the pro games. Again, the pro games are Sniper Elite 4, Risk of Rain 2, The Gardens Between, Sundered Eldritch Edition. Those are the 4 games. Again, Sniper Elite 4, Risk of Rain 2, The Gardens Between, and Sundered Eldritch Edition. Oh, and I'm sitting there talking about you guys looking at this and that. I didn't even switch to my web view. Let's do that. I'm one take Moss. We ain't redoing this. Again, Sekiro is on Stadia, $38.99. It's gonna be same price on Xbox. PlayStation, they ain't having it. There we go. And there goes Bill and Lloyd, as I promised. Let me get that off before I get tagged by YouTube. But here goes the pick from Stadia of those 8 games, the 2 big hitters, Sekiro, Watch Dogs Legions. And even though Sekiro is an older title from last year, it was Game of the Year. It's a big game. And then these are 4 quality games that are going into Stadia Pro, plus the 2 big ticket games. All right. Now, last but not least, y'all. This isn't good. There is a big announcement. And that announcement is, let me show you something. This ain't good. It's not Stadia's fault, not that we know of. But Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed to December 10th, 2020. Now again, I get that it's only 21 days. Here goes the statement. Today we've decided to move the release date of Cyberpunk 2077 by 21 days. The new release date is December 10th. Most likely there are many emotions and questions in your heads. So for the foremost, please accept our humble apologies. And if you go further down, I mean, they give excuses. They said we got 9 different versions. I hate to sound, like that, like they're giving excuses. But no, I mean, honestly, I know they're not doing this just to do it. But it says here, they talk about the 9 different versions that they're working on. And it says, some of you must also be wondering in these words, in light of us saying we achieved Gold Master some time ago. Passing certification, going gold, means the game is ready, can be completed, and has all the content in it. But it doesn't mean we stop working on it and raising the quality bar. So here's some questions that I had in regards to all this. I put here, I want to hear the latest investor call. Because you guys remember when it got pushed back to the 19th of November? That investor call wasn't too friendly, to even say the least. Especially from the guy from, I think it was Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter. So I'm just wondering how they're feeling now that this game had got pushed back. Because I'm pretty sure they met with their investors again. So I'm hoping that there's audio of that and we get access to that. But overall, y'all, this is, again, even though it's not Stadia's fault, it's not good news. It's a blow to the possibilities of the year 1 celebration. A lot of us had surmised that, hey, they did this, they pushed this back for Stadia. Well, they pushed this back for another reason. So that year 1 celebration, I hope it's going to be grand, but it just got a little less grander with this being delayed again for everybody. You know, so again, this is going to be a space that we're going to watch, but it's going to be hellified interesting to see how they bounce back from all this, because a lot of people have said to me that they're canceling their pre-orders. They're just sick of dealing with this, and they're just saying to CD Projekt Red, just delay the damn game till next year, get the next gen version ready. I know we at Stadia don't want that. We want to see it ASAP, you know, because we're itching. You know, this was a big draw for many to the platform, including myself. This is what made me even feel like it would be worth it for me to invest in a game, because I said, or invest in a platform, because I said at the very least, even if I test this thing out and I don't like it, I know Cyberpunk 2077 is coming here, and I'll be able to play it via the cloud on my phone when I travel. I felt like I'd be heavily invested in the game. So a lot of people want to see this come sooner rather than later for Stadia. It's just, we'll have to see. It's just one of those things, and it's out of Stadia's control this time for sure. And with that said, that is it from your boy MM2K. A lot of stuff going on, but I had to pack it into one video because we you know, this is going to be the talk of the town. Everybody's going to be focused on all this. But besides my thoughts, what do you think about all this? Let us know in the comment section below. Like I always say, you know, if you like this, somebody else may like this. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells. Please forward this out. Let people know that we are here. And if you want more MM2K content, more Stadia Dosage, so forth, just check out the links below to follow me. That's it, people. You have a wonderful, all of you, just hold on tight to this roller coaster, because I just got a feeling. I got a feeling it ain't over. With that said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.